Hello world, Avsheni Nhlikani Riperile. Once again, depending on the time at which you are watching this video, one of those three will be applicable to you. Thank you so much for tuning in, and a million thanks to everyone who have subscribed, who have forwarded the link to everyone you think will benefit, who have been commenting and also liking the videos that I've uploaded so far. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, hitting the notification button as well, and forwarding the link to anyone you think will benefit by being part of this channel. So this is the very first video I'm doing on Xitsonga lessons, and I thought of starting by sharing with you 5 historical facts about the Tsonga people. Of course, one can share more than 5 historical facts, but I just chose this one to make this video as short as possible. The history of the Tsonga people is very rich. It will take us hours and hours to go through in detail about the history of the Tsonga people. So let's get to it. So, historical fact number 1. The Tsonga people are an ethnic group made of dispersed independent clans around southeastern parts of Africa. They descend from Tonga, Chopi, Tswa, Kalanga, and Ronga. They have been migrating in and out of South Africa for more than 1,000 years. Their origins can be traced to the eastern and central parts of Africa. Fact number 2. Early clans of Vatsonga can be traced as far as 697 AD. Yes, 697 AD. In fact, other texts suggest that they can be traced as far as 200 AD. Fact number 3. The Tsonga people do not follow the traditional system of a central king or a queen. That is why, unlike other tribes in South Africa, the Tsonga people do not have a central king or a queen. In fact, they subscribe to this notion where in Xitsonga they will say, Vukosi ajipeli nam. Loosely translated, kingship does not cross a river or a territorial boundary. So they will have groups of clans or clans with their main chief dealing with affairs of that particular group. Historical fact number 4. Xitsonga language developed from 5 main language groups, namely Xitonga, Xironga, Xitswa, Xitembe, and Xitsonga. There are many subdialects of these languages ranging from minor to major variations, with most speakers found in Zambia, Mozambique, South Africa, Zimbabwe, as well as Swaziland. And in South Africa, of course, most of them are found in the Limpopo province, Gauteng, Northwest, KwaZulu-Natal, and Mpumalanga. And of course, some of us outliers found in the Western Cape. Historical fact number 5. Shangaan and Tsonga are not the same. Shangaan is a clan of Tsonga. So all Shangaans are Tsongas, but not all Tsongas are Shangaan. That is why in 2012, Chief Eric Pisani's application to be crowned King of Vatsonga was dismissed at the High Court of South Africa in Pretoria. Chief Eric Pisani is a direct descendant of Soshangaan, where the word Shangaan is derived from. And the argument used against him was very simple. It was that at no point was any of his grandfathers chief or king over all the Vatsonga clans. So, Shangaan and Tsonga are not the same. Okay, so we now move to learning basics of greeting in Xitsonga. But I want to make 2 remarks first before we dive into that. The first remark is that the Xitsonga language uses all the 26 letters of the alphabet. At the end of this video, I read out to you how to pronounce those words. The second remark is the Xitsonga language makes a distinction when someone is addressing someone older than them or someone their age or younger than them. It is for this reason that I want to start with giving you guys what are the personal pronouns in Xitsonga. So let's start. So personal pronouns. On the left is English and on the right is Xitsonga. Even though I've made a remark that we make a distinction when addressing someone your age or younger than you, and also when addressing someone who's older than you. In some areas such as Mpumalanga and even some parts of Limpopo, they do not make such distinction. But when addressing someone you do not know, even for the first time, my advice would be address them as if they are older than you. That is normally seen as respect. So, I or I am will translate to nzi or ni or nza. The middle one, which is ni, is usually used mostly when people are talking, and the others are used when writing, but you can use any of them at any time. And then you will be u or I or wena. And then, of course, if it's plural or older than you, you will use me or nwina. And then there is she or he. It will also be the same, u or I or wa. And if it's plural or older than you, it's va or me or nwina or ma. And then there is we, which will be he or hina. So that's not hi, it's he. And the last one is they, which will be va or wona. So just to give you an example, if you were to write or to say, I am reading, that will translate into nzi or nile kuhlayeni. Let's go that again. Nzi or nile kuhlayeni. So the nzi or ni will actually be the pronoun I am. If you wanted to say I understand, you will say nza swi twisisa. So the nza will be I. If you wanted to ask where are you going, you will say uya kwini or miya kwini. So the me would be for plural or someone older than you. If you wanted to say you are beautiful, you will say usasekile or misasekile. Then greeting. Then once again, on the left is English and on the right is Xitsonga. The first one that I just want to share is the informal way of greeting. There are a variety of ways you can greet people informally, and of course this will only be applicable for someone your age or someone younger than you. Do not ever use this against someone older than you. They will definitely look at it as disrespect. So if you wanted to greet me informally, you'll have to say yeah best. And of course, as people's relationship evolve, some will even just end up saying ahe. They will just say ahe, and then the reply will also be ahe. So there are many ways of greeting each other informally, which I won't go into for now. You can just know that you can easily say yeah best, and the reply will be yeah. The second one is we also make a distinction when it comes to greeting. If it's in the morning, it will be avsheni. If it's in the afternoon, it will be inhlikani. If it's in the evening, it will be riperile. There are also other variations that people use. For instance, we even have a greeting for in between afternoon and evening, which is called inzenga. But for now, let's not dwell much on it. And the replies to all these three types of greeting will be aye. So if someone says avsheni, aye, inhlikani, aye, riperile, aye. And how do you say how are you? You say minjani or kunjani. So kunjani would be for someone your age or someone younger than you. So it's always safe to just say minjani, even if you assume that someone is younger than you. And you will reply by saying I am fine, which is he, onzi, or nipfukile. So you will say hipfukile, onzipfukini, or nipfukile. And of course, there are many ways of saying I am fine. Just like in English, you can either say I'm fine, I am well, I am good, but I won't go into that for now. Then the last portion is just to share with you some of the few common phrases. Of course, there are many of them, and obviously we won't have time to go through all of them. The first one, I think we've already touched on it, is how do you say you are beautiful? In Xitsonga, you say I or U or misasekini. So everything in red here, it's only applicable to someone who is the same age as you or someone younger than you. I repeat, everything in red, it's for people that are younger than you or your age. If someone is older than you, you don't use the red. So for instance, if I was telling someone older than me that they are beautiful, I will have to say misasekile. Then the second phrase is I love you. Then you will say nzakuranza or nzamiranza. What is your name? Vito ra wena imani or vito ra n'wina imani. Or you'll have to say wena man. In general, we don't ask elderly people their first names. So if you maybe want to save their number or you're having a conversation and you just want to know who they are, you can easily ask Ntaku Imani. So that's the last one there that you see on the Xitsonga column. The next one is if you want to ask where are you from, you'll have to say Uhuma Queen or Ihuma Queen or Mihuma Queen. Once again, if it's in red, it's applicable only to someone your age or someone younger than you. How do you say have a nice day? Mi vana siku ra kahle or u vana siku ra kahle or I vana siku ra kahle. If you want to say thank you, za khensa or na khensa. Or you can simply say inkomo. How do you say yes or no or maybe? Yes will translate into ina, no will be and then maybe will be kumbeshana. Where are you would be ilekwini or milekwini or ulekwini. How do you ask where was she or he going? This was one of the famous phrases that trended at some point on social media. The translation of that will be Yena aya kwini. Yena aya kwini. Or if it's someone older than you, you have to say Vona avaya kwini. Then the last one is what are you doing? If you wanted to ask what are you doing, you have to say U endla yini or I endla yini or mi endla yini if it's someone older than you. I hope that helps. A, E, I, O, U. Ba, be, bi, bo, bu. Cha, che, chi, cho, ju. Da, de, di, do, du. Fa, fe, fi, fo, fu. Ga, ge, gi, go, gu. Ha, he, hi, ho, hu. Ja, je, ji, jo, ju. Ka, ke, ki, ko, ku. La, le, li, lo, lu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Na, ne, ni, no, nu. Pa, pe, pi, po, pu. Ka, ke, pi, ko, ku. Ra, re, ri, ro, ru. Sa, se, si, so, su. Ta, te, ti, to, tu. Va, ve, vi, vo, vu. Wa, we, wi, wo, wu. Sha, she, shi, sho, shu. Ya, ye, yi, yo, yu. Za, ze, zi, zo, zu. Thank you once again for tuning in. If you have any questions or clarification, please let me know on the comment section. You can forward the link to everyone you think would benefit by watching this video. You can subscribe as well as hit the notification button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a video. Thank you so much. Until my next video, keep well and keep safe. Na cancer.